Hi everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's Tips with Laurie. I'm really excited to share a really fun new technique that we have come up with here at Kimberbell, and it is quilting edge to edge in the hoop. This is going to be a wonderful technique for you to learn. And right here, this has two different designs on both your fall and winter wonder. And there is two edge-to-edge quilting designs on the summer and spring celebration collection as well. So either one of these will both have two and two different designs. And right here I can show you, here's the spring design, and you can see it's got the beautiful flowers. It's so cute. And you've got the pocket right here that goes right along with it. And if you notice on the pocket, there's the crocheted trim right here as a little leaf. And so we do feature our crocheted trim as well as our new tea towels. I love these new colors. This navy is just beautiful, and there's the aqua and the red and the beautiful tan, and they're nice and soft. You guys will love these new tea towels. I'm going to show you the next design. This one is from the summer, and you can see these cute strawberries, and it goes so well with this picture of lemonade, or you can put silverware, of course, right in there. This is our placemats. And then the next design is pumpkins. Who loves pumpkins in the fall? I know I do. I love that. And then today we're featuring our winter, and this has snowflakes. Look how cute that is with the cute snowman. I don't know about you guys, but we're getting snow here, and so I'm really excited about the snow. And you can see right there that it's got the glitter as well. So that features the Kimberbell glitter as well as our fringe technique right here on the pocket. All right, so how do we do this edge-to-edge quilting in the hoop? So I'm going to show you a few hopefully these are helpful hints for when you prepare your placemat in order to quilt it in the hoop. So to start with, you're going to take a tea towel and we fold it in half, and then you're going to magically trim, of course. You're going to trim off all of the finished edges, including you'll cut the fold off, which will now give you two separate pieces. Then you're going to make a quilt sandwich, and for example, this is the bottom piece of that half of the tea towel. Then I take a layer of batting and a layer of the top layer of the tea towel. And I like to put these together. You could use, there's several different things. You could use a basting spray. For those of you that don't like to use the sprays, you can pin it as well. Or there is some powders out there such as Anti-Select that you can use and iron in. And that holds that all together for you. Now it's very important that this is trimmed and squared up very nice and square. The reason for that is you're going to take it then to the sewing machine, and you're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around the outside edge of your quilt sandwich. This not only holds it together, but there is a reason why you need that 1/4 inch seam, and I will show you in just a minute what the purpose of that 1/4 inch seam will be. So once you have this prepared, you're going to get your hoop and you're going to put your stabilizer in the hoop. Now you can use a couple different types of stabilizer. There is the sticky back wash away or regular wash away. I would recommend wash away either way. The sticky back wash away, it's great. You just put it in the hoop with the paper side up and you score it and you peel the paper out, and it exposes an adhesive side that will allow you to stick your placemat to while it's quilting. Now if you decide that you want to just use regular wash away, the same technique would be followed, but instead of sticking it to that, you could use tape to secure it in place. So either way will work. So the first thing that you'll do is you'll pull your design up and you'll stitch your registration marks, and I've shown them in red. And then once you've stitched those registration marks, I'm going to show you, you'll turn you're going to turn your hoop to the back, and you're going to take a thumbtack and you're going to place the thumbtack pointed right through the corner. So your registration mark looks like an L shape. It goes right through the corner of the L, and then you're going to use your Kimberbell paper tape and tape that in place. So once I have all three of them in place, This is going to help me line this up so that every time I quilt and every time I hoop my quilting, it will be precise, and I can do it again and again, and you could do this as many times as you want and it's going to stay perfectly straight for you. That's what I love about this technique of edge stitch quilting. So the first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to find that corner where the two stitches cross right there in the corner, and that is my first place. I'm going to push that down over the thumbtack, so that's right in the corner of those two stitches where they cross. And once you push that through, then you're going to come right down along that seam line, and you're going to push the next next thumbtack through right on that seam line right there. And I pulled the top one out. There we go. And as you can see, the sticky back will hold that in place for you, and then you'll come down to the last thumbtack and you're going to place it along that same seam line and push that through, and then you're going to smooth that out, and it's going to stick or adhere to your back, your stabilizer. One thing I do still like to do, because you're going to be turning this to the front and the back to pull these thumbtacks out, I like to tape it in place as well, even though I've got the sticky back wash away. And then, of course, you're going to tape this, flip it over, and you're going to pull your thumbtacks out. You do not want to keep your thumbtacks in, as that will damage your quilting machine or your needle. It probably will break your needle. So once you've removed the thumbtacks, you can slide this in your machine, and it does all of that quilting for you. And when you're to the last step, make sure you do the last registration marks. And I'm going to show you on this one. I've done that already, and I've quilted it, and I've made sure I've done that last step of the registration marks. Those registration marks are going to be key in placing it in the next hooping and keeping that perfectly straight. Alright, I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to show you one other preparation. I have already trimmed the stabilizer off the top and the bottom, but you're going to want to take a pair of scissors and you're going to want to trim the rest of that excess stabilizer off on both sides, so there's no stabilizer flapping around. And then you're going to re-hoop your next hooping. And this time I've used the regular wash away. It's a wash away fibrous stabilizer. And you're going to do the same thing where you stitch your registration marks, and you're going to place your thumbtacks in those two corners. And this time we only need the top and the bottom. And it's because I only have a top and bottom registration mark right now that I'm going to line it up to. And then you're going to tape them from the back side so they stay in place, and then you're going to push the registration marks are going to match exactly. So if you see this L shape, it's going to match exactly with that L shape right over the top of that thumbtack. And you just push that thumbtack through so it goes right through the corner of that. And then again, I'm going to use the Kimberbell paper tape, and I'm going to attach this to my stabilizer. Now, because I haven't used sticky back wash away, I highly recommend that you use quite a bit more tape, and you tape it all the way around the whole outside edge of your project or your placemat. And then you simply take these thumbtacks out again. Remember, that's a really important step. No thumbtacks going through your embroidery machine. And once you've removed the thumbtack, you put this back in your machine and it will stitch. And if you notice right here in the middle, it hooks directly exactly onto the stitch where it left off, so it looks like a continuous quilting stitch. It doesn't just lay side by side, it actually hooks on to where it left off. And that's the beauty of this process, and you can use it again and again and make it as big of a process as you want. Like I say, you could use a baby blanket, you could use this exact same design on table runners. I love this technique in this design. And this is what it would look like completely finished. So you've got your quilting, and you've added your pocket and your binding. And there you go. I am so excited. I love this new technique. Do we have any questions regarding this? All right, well, I hope that you will run right out and get one of these because I love the edge-to-edge quilting. It's really a cool technique. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.